What's going on, everyone? Terrell Wilson here, and I'm going to walk you through how we help aesthetic partners consistently build 6 and 7 figure clinics. And this is without word of mouth, referrals, all those old traditional marketing strategies that are ineffective now, and especially one of the biggest ones, which is spending countless hours posting on social media with random content with your fingers crossed, hoping that people are going to see it and book in. So if you stay with me to the end, you are going to literally get the full roadmap. I'm going to pull back the curtains on everything, and I'm going to walk you through our frameworks, our system. So by the time you finish this video, you will have the clarity you need to build a 6 and 7 figure business. So I'm going to dive in. I'm going to be looking at my screen, but my main goal, like I said, is to pull back the curtains on everything. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to literally break down our frameworks, the foundations, everything you're going to need to actually be able to build a 6 and even a 7 figure clinic where you're consistently doing great numbers each month. Now, before I go into anything, who am I? You're probably wondering. Well, my name's Terrell Wilson. I've been in this space for 6 years now. We've built a 7 figure consulting business. Here's my lovely wife on the right. But where it all started, I mean, previously 6 years ago, I was a full-time delivery driver, delivering parcels. I worked 11 hours a day, 5 days a week on minimum wage. You know, I took home literally like $1,300 a month, barely making ends meet, barely able to cover bills and maintain my family. And I was just constantly tired and extremely burnt out and just hating my job. I was frustrated. And it was very hard because I was not getting the time I needed to spend with my family, especially my wife and my daughter at the time, where now my family's grown since then. But it was just really challenging for me, and I wasn't happy. So here you can see, and this is no lie, like 2017, you can see this is actually my paycheck. I'm not going to show you my national insurance number. This is actually my paycheck that I used to get from this company that I used to work for. And literally, as you can see, you know, by the time, you know, the tax man came and, you know, things came out, you know, I had 1,300 and a bit to spare. And then if I worked hard, I mean, this is June, I put in some crazy hours and worked really hard doing overtime. And again, as you can see, it only increased by just over 100 quid, even though I was doing more than 11 hours after that. But the main thing is, like I says, I currently run a 7 figure clinic growth consultancy company. And our main thing is we help aesthetic clinics and med spas, you know, all around the world scale their businesses and build profitable businesses where they're doing, you know, an extra 10, 30 plus thousand per month, working fewer hours through our program. And we've helped a lot of clinics across US, Canada, and UK. And we spent over $1 million on ads, testing, and doing all kinds of stuff. So we're always ahead of the curve. We're always testing cutting edge strategies. And we've even helped a few where they're doing 100K per month in our programs. So what this has enabled us to do, it's enabled us and put us in a really good position where we're able to kind of know exactly what's working right now in this space and what you should avoid. So when you actually work with us, you're getting all that experience in a short period of time where you're not having to go through the trial and error and spending a lot of time and money just wasting on things that are not going to yield you results. Here is just a little screenshot. I know they're a bit cheesy and you probably see them around, but it's just to show you, this is one of our businesses, the one I started a few years ago. As you can see, January 24th is actually my birthday, which, you know, now it's not January, but here from January till September of 2023, as you can see, 1.2, almost 1.3 million was collected into this business. And like I said, our main thing is just impact. So here's my lovely family. Before my family grew, where I had an extra 2 additionals. This is my daughter when she was younger. This is in 2018 when I was able to take on holiday. So I quit my job as a delivery driver 2017. I got married in the August, quit. My wife thought I was crazy, and I went on this journey of just trying to find what I wanted to do, what was going to fulfill me, and stumbled upon this. And, you know, they went on their first holiday in 2018, and here's my daughter enjoying. And this is recently, this year, I took my family to Cyprus and literally, was able to have a good time. So that's what it's about, though, right? But anyway, here's some of the places we've been in, UK, US, and Canada. Here is some of the, clients that we worked with where we've been able to get them insane results. Here's Debbie. In just 30 days of working with us, she made 19K, where she literally spent 1,000 on ads and had a crazy 19x return. Here's our little Google review she gave us. Here again, here's Jessica, worked with us, was struggling, was with another company, wasn't able to help her sell packages for a Soprano titanium laser machine. After working with us within 60 days, she was bringing in just over 19K in packages. Within 30 days, she actually did just over 30K, and she's just been growing from strength to strength since then. Again, here's two sisters that we worked with, Nicola and Amanda, down in Stoke. They came to us literally skeptical, barely able to really run their business. It was a home-based business. They were doing like just under 2K per month and struggling after COVID. Started with us in the January. Within 4 months, they absolutely crushed it. Within the first 30 days, they generated 10K. And then, 6 months later, they sent us a message that they found a clinic space. They've now signed a 5-year lease and they're moving in. And literally, they have been doing between 15 to 20K per month since then. And they're absolutely crushing it right now. Here again, Stacy. She came to us again, working with another agency who's just like a marketing company who just didn't know what they were doing. She had her best record-breaking month of, in May. This is her sending us in WhatsApp, just showing us what was going on. She'd done 50K in 1 month, and she's now open. She's been working with us for a year now. She's now just opened a second location, and yeah, she's just been crushing it. Here again, Corey and Eva came to us. They were struggling a bit, doing 15K per month. Within 90 days, we took them up to 75K per month, and now they're averaging 100K per month. They moved into a bigger location in the US, and they're absolutely crushing it. Again, Claudia came to us with a new machine, wanted to advertise, didn't know what to do. Here's us on a client success call with her. Literally within the space of 90 days, she let us know she crossed 62K in revenue. And just over the 90 days, she then let us know that it was 64K that was generated after everything we'd done within our system. This system is exactly the same systems that literally all our partners use and get these amazing results. So, after working with, these type of clients and others, there's a few things that we noticed. There was a trend, there was a pattern, and they all had very similar problems when they came to us. One of the biggest ones where they were slave to their business, working overtime to try and just make ends meet and not really being able to run the business that served them, but they were serving the business. Another thing, one of the biggest things that we come across on a day-to-day and we get literally grilled and interrogated is a lot of clinics being burnt by multiple marketing agencies, selling them dreams, over-promising and under-delivering, telling them to do Facebook, Instagram, AI, TikTok, all kinds of stuff, and not being able to actually help them build a profitable business. Another one, which is very common, is leasing out expensive machines. This is something that a lot of our clients do. They lease them out and then they just end up sitting in a back room collecting dust because they don't know how to actually market these machines, these treatments, to get people in for them. And these just end up collecting dust and costing them in monthly expenses, which is frustrating. Another one is, a lot of them have been frustrated, stressed out because, they're not able to get new client flow consistently in the door, and they literally don't know what to do. They don't know what's working, what's not working. Another one, they're not getting enough time to spend with their loved ones, like the quality time that they want to spend with them. These are some of the things that happen when you aren't able to build a business and a system that serves you to help buy back your time. Another one is we've seen is a lot of clients who were probably doing okay. They were getting bookings, but they were getting a lot of no-shows and cancellations, and they didn't know what to do. It was through the roof, and they were literally just paying their team just to sit there and stare into thin air because nobody was coming in. And this is another huge one. And then another one was just not having a clue or sense of direction of how to actually grow or build a business or to run a business. And this is something that we see a common trend over and over again. Now, I'm going to make a few assumptions here that you're here watching this and you're an aesthetic or a med spa owner that offers body contouring. Maybe you offer laser treatments. You probably offer advanced facial treatments. And you're having a hard time finding the right clients that can afford your high-end premium treatments or packages, or even just to find clients that can even come in for those type of treatments that you're offering. And you're probably also feeling like your month-to-month revenue is just like a roller coaster. It's just consistently up and down, and you just kind of don't know what you're going to get each month. I'm also going to make a few more assumptions that you don't have a consistent or a predictable process for getting high ticket clients through the doors on a week-to-week basis. And your competition just seems to be getting all the piece of the pie, the large part of the pie in your area, and you're being left with the scraps, with the price shoppers, with the cheapskates, with the Groupon clients that just want to haggle you down on your price and don't actually want to pay you the right money. So if any of these resonate with you, then you're in the right spot. And if you stick with me to the end, I'm going to literally break down exactly how our Fantastic Four system and processes can actually serve you to finally get out of this rut and finally help you actually build a profitable business that can serve you and not have you serve it. So you're wondering how. Now, the thing is, how we've been able to do this, we take each of our clients through our proven processes. This is a recipe, a formula that is tried and true and works over and over again if you follow it. And this is how we've been able to help them build 6- and 7-figure clinics just by using our system. We're also able to get them a consistent flow of higher ticket or high-end clients who can afford their services and are not these Groupon clients that are just looking for another bargain, just another discount, another offer, and they're just disloyal and they don't want to even come back to you. We also help them obviously consistently sell those high-end treatments and packages week in, week out, because one of the biggest problems is you probably have a lot of high-end treatments or packages and don't know how to sell them. People are telling you no. People just don't seem to be, pulling the trigger and buying these packages. So this is stuff we help with. And then we also help them build proven systems and processes that help them work on the business and not in it. Because this is one of the biggest things is most clinic owners, they're working in the business so much, they don't even get to work on it and improve things, and they're always stuck in the day-to-day rat race. And we help them build systems, teams, everything so that they can buy back their time and now focus on actually growing and building the business so that it is sustainable and successful long-term. So stick with me to the end, and I'm going to walk you through literally our Fantastic Four process that solves 80% of clinics' major problems and enables them to actually build a successful 6- and 7-figure clinic. I'm also going to give you the number one secret that you need to implement if you want to create a 6- to 7-figure clinic. And I'm also going to go over what to avoid so you can actually build a successful clinic, because I'm going to show you stuff that we've seen over and over again, why people don't get the right results or why they don't even get success and why they're just stuck and frustrated and literally just ready to throw the towel in. So before I dive in, I want to even show you one of our clients who is a chiropractor but decided to buy a body contouring machine, had no idea how to market it, was new to the space, and within 8 days of joining our program, he literally generated like 6.5K. Within 90 days, he generated over 54K, and he's gone on to do over like 100K within 6 months of joining the program. Here's also Courtney. She came to us when we started speaking with her, she was at the time, she tried radio and TV and all kinds of ineffective strategies that just didn't seem to bring in the right business at all. She spent tons of money. She came to us within 18 weeks. She was able to generate 75K joining our 90-day program. And then within the space of just over 6 months, she went on to do over 100K, 132K in cash. Like, as you can see, this is not made up. This is in the actual system, our system, her account, where she actually was able to do this. Again, we have Rose. Came to us very skeptical. Within 3 weeks, she went from skeptical to doing 15K in revenue. Again, we have Lenny here, literally was on the brink of bankruptcy, like literally on the brink of bankruptcy. He literally couldn't even pay his staff, his payroll. He was about to go under, and literally by working with us, he hit his best months where he was doing insane numbers. And within 16 weeks, he was able to do 81K in revenue. And again, Shahina came to us, was doing Google ads, wasn't working, wasn't getting her the results. And within 16 weeks, she did 38K in revenue. So you're probably wondering, so why are so many clinic owners stuck in the clinic rat race and struggling to grow their business profitably? I asked myself this over and over and over again, and I realized it was this common thing. Most clinic owners actually don't know how to run a business. I know it sounds crazy, but honestly, we have done surveys. We have spoke to hundreds of clinic owners on the phone. We have worked with them, and honestly, most of them know how to actually do the treatment. They're really great at actually doing the treatments, but they don't know how to run a business. They've got all the trainings. They know how to do the treatments. Their expertise is there. But when it comes to running a business, they literally don't know where to start. So many of them had no sense of direction. They didn't even know what to be doing. Some were doing great and didn't know why. And we was able to help them identify it so they could actually scale and build on that. So the thing is, a lot of them got stuck in the clinic rat race, as I call it. You know, you wake up in the morning, you do your daily routines, if you got to do school run and all those kind of things. And, you know, you run out to get to the clinic, you work. If you work 9 to 5, some it's 9 to 9 and, you know, from 8 in the morning till 10 at night. You know, tired returning home, dinner, bed, again, straight cycle. And in this, what I'm going to go over is what you're actually going to see is our Fantastic Four process. This is the process that paves the way to start helping you get the traction. You're also going to see our 3-phase client acquisition system that works in any type of aesthetic business. So you can finally start getting the consistency of getting people booking in and coming through the doors, which is super crucial. And I'm also going to share, obviously, the number one factor that separates the successful clinics from everyone else, so you know what you're up against. Now, our key foundation, and this is where we build everything off, because everything is built off. This is actually our Fantastic Four process, which we train and teach and coach people in our program. And no, we don't just show them a block with mindset and with offer over there and train them on that is what mindset is, that was what offer is. No, we go into the fundamentals and deep dive, because the thing is, 80% of business, 80 to 90% of a successful business is mindset. Majority of it is. The rest comes under it. Now, you have to have that dialed in, and that's what we go over in our programs. We really dive into this, get all the weeds out to ensure that you're performing at the highest level. You become the person you need to become if you want to build a 10,000 per month clinic, 20 or 50 or even 100K per month clinic. You also need dialed in offers. And no, I'm not talking about these, you know, Groupon offers that attract cheapskates, price shoppers, bargain hunters, disloyal customers that are never going to stick around. I'm not talking about them, but I'm talking about offers that when you present them to the marketplace and to your ideal clients, they literally feel like retards if they say no to it. Then from when you have a proven offer, you need the right marketing. You need to be putting these offers into the right marketplace. You need to put them in front of the right people so that they can now come in. And then from there, you need to be good at sales. Your sales need to be dialed in where you're cross-selling, upselling, keeping people coming back for more and more. And this is how we literally take our clients from where they are to B, point A to B, through this process. And then I'm going to break down, which is the main point to the whole foundation, is your clinic or your client acquisition system, right? So first, you want to be able to attract qualified new clients opportunities on a day-to-day basis. This is something that has to consistently be going without your efforts. It should be done on autopilot. It should be done without your efforts, without your input. You also then need a bulletproof scheduling process that gets strangers from interested to booking in, paying a deposit if they need to, and coming through the doors. This needs to be dialed in, and it needs to be seamless. From there, once they come in, you need a proven framework to then close those new clients into long-term treatment plans and high-end treatments on a consistent basis over and over again. It's literally repetition, the right habits, and this is what we help you dial in. And with all that, with the actual client acquisition machine or system, you need the blueprint, which I've just gone over. Blueprint's key. And if you don't have a good foundation, if things are missing, it's going to crumble. Now, the thing is, you probably, like a lot of clinics we speak to, are just overwhelmed. They don't know what social channels to be doing. Some agencies or some people are saying, this is it, do YouTube ads, do Google, do TikTok, do Instagram, do Facebook. What do I do? I mean, the thing is, none of these really matter because they all do the same thing. The people that are on YouTube are the same people you're going to find on Facebook. You're going to find them on Instagram. So you will get sold this false dream that, if you just advertise on TikTok because it's the new trend, your business is gonna blow up. Like, literally, that is not what builds a business. The advertising, all that side, is the tip of the iceberg, and I'm gonna dive into that. But one thing you want to avoid, and this is something we see a lot, is majority of clinic owners use all the outdated traditional marketing strategies because they know no better. So they all do referrals and word of mouth but like I said, I'm not trying to, throw a negative on this, because this is key, but you're not meant to rely on this first. You're meant to actually build and then rely on it after. Once you've built a really good, movement, tribe, company, you've got raving fans, clients, loyal, then this is where this kicks in. But a lot of them rely on this to get business. They also rely on leaflet dropping, local magazines. And then one of the most common things that I see all the time, which it blows my brain, and it's spending ridiculous hours posting random content on, organically on social media, crossing your fingers and hoping the algorithm is just going to reward you and start booking in loads of appointments, and clients are just going to come flooding in. And you're not really knowing what content to post. There's no strategy. It's just, okay, I've seen that person's posting these things, I'm going to do the same. That's not how you're actually going to be able to benefit from this. Now, what happens is you end up coasting because those old traditional strategies don't get you the results. They don't then get you the right clients in the door, but you continue doing it anyway. And you just end up coasting through, which is very dangerous, especially as a business owner. So the thing is, the more effective and better way to actually fill your calendar is building a personal brand. It's also actually, you're still using Instagram, so I'm not telling you not to, but you have to turn that into a selling machine. And we show you how to do that with the right content and with the right approach. So you're seen as the go-to expert and authority in your industry, and people would rather spend more money with you than your competitors down the road. We also show you how to build social assets, reviews, the right content, before and afters. These things are needed if you are going to be taken serious by others. And you also need to be running paid advertisements, but the correct way to fill your calendar with your ideal clientele, because you're going to get a lot of these bedroom marketers who are going to tell you, do this, do that, and they don't even know how to get people in. They don't even know how people buy. So they don't know how to then get people in for you. And you end up being one of the unlucky victims, like how this car dealer did in Matilda. You end up buying a broken system, a broken vehicle, which they sell you on, and they just say, yeah, just run ads. It's the magic wand. It's what's going to get you the results. And guess what? You then find out later that it isn't, because all they care about is money. So the problem is, the advertising is not the problem. It's the person doing it. And I'm not saying not to do referrals, because it's great. But you have to understand, referrals and running ads, again, is two different things. So when you're trying to be sold on, just run ads, you have to realize you're advertising to strangers who don't know you, like you or trust you yet. They're very skeptical. They're going to come in skeptical. And it's not until you probably do a really good job at dialing in a process to get them warmed up, where now they're looking at you like, oh, I actually want to work with you. I want this, and I'm going to sign up. Because referrals are different. This is already someone who's told the person of the experience they've had. They've heard about the great news, and now they want to come in, and without hesitation, they will. So this is kind of like our framework of how like an ad looks. And you always normally pay someone to do this for you, and it's important you pay the right person. You pay someone to run the ads where they're attracting people. Some people are just attracting random people that actually don't even want the services, and you're spending your hard-earned cash on people that are not even interested. They then probably capture someone by getting their information and sending it over to you. They then probably do some nurturing, some actually don't, and skip straight to book. But this is our framework. We do this. We attract, we capture, we nurture, we then qualify, and then we book. Then there's more nurturing, because the process is a lot more complex than you think. It's not just run an ad and people then come in and buy it. There's a lot that goes into all these steps, and this is where we literally train you on all these aspects. Now, the problem why most clinic owners are not successful is simple. They have gone to some form of beauty school, training academy, they've with university, if you've gone there as well, and they've been trained up in the actual skills and how to do it, and then they're told by the academies and by these training schools, buy this machine, buy this. These are the top machines that are going to get everyone coming in. So they go and spend all this money to buy the machines. Some buy it outright, some lease them. And then they open their clinic and crickets. That awkward silence. Nobody coming in. They put out some posts on social media. Still nobody. What's going on? And then frustration kicks in. You start getting frustrated. You're thinking, hold on, what's going on? Is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do people not like my business? And you go through this whirlwind where you just don't understand. And the reason why 80% of clinics are not successful is they don't have a systematic way of doing this correctly. They don't have a consistent client attraction system that's bringing in clients, like high-ticket qualified clients ready to pay for high-end treatments. They don't have a systematic way to convert booked appointments into paid clients consistently. And they don't have a solid sales process and a consultation process that gets people from where they're new to then being long-term customers, where it follows a seamless journey. And then again, they don't have any form of ROI tracking or KPI tracking that guarantees that they're receiving a healthy return on their investment through running ads and their clinics profitable. And these are some of the things that cause businesses to go under. Now, the number one secret and the number one thing that we've seen is that 6 to 7 figure businesses like aesthetic clinics and med spas have a systemized business. Everything is systemized, processes. They have a team. Everything is functioning. It's a well-oiled machine, and they've taken time to build all those components. Because out there, really, you think that the aesthetic industry or the med spa industry is saturated. There's too much competition. Since after COVID, all these new businesses have now opened and everyone's offering the same thing, but there's a blue ocean out there when you know how to position yourself as the authority and how to get people to see you as the go-to expert rather than your competitors. And this is what attracts people to then be eager to pay you cash. But you need a system. So what I want you to do, if you haven't already, book a call with us. We're going to go for a full roadmap. We're going to set a battle plan, a roadmap, a clear one to give you clarity so that you then know exactly how to navigate, what you need to do next. And especially if you want to work one-on-one with us, then book a call. We'll be able to go through what goals you're looking to achieve and see how we can help you achieve them. I look forward to hearing from you.